Coming up next, fall fashion hits the runway in Torrance. We'll tell you what's trending this upcoming season.
Plus, Torrance police are on the search for suspects involved in a recent burglary at this pawn shop. We've got the details.
Then beachgoers are asked to be extra careful in the water this week. We'll tell you why.
And millions have been raised so far, and Torrance residents are joining in on the social media campaign. We've got an ice bucket challenge you won't want to miss. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. California's TV and film industry got a big win in Sacramento this week thanks to Governor Jerry Brown, who signed a deal with legislative leaders to more than triple the state's 5-year-old film and television tax credit, expanding it to $330 million annually. Assembly Bill 1839 will also eliminate the current once-a-year lottery system, which determines which projects receive tax incentives, and replace it with a twice-a-year system that will prioritize projects based on economic impact and net jobs created.
If your iPhone 5 battery is dying too quickly, then you may be eligible for a free replacement from Apple. The company announced on its website that it plans to replace the battery packs for free in some phones. Apple says the affected iPhones were sold between September 2012 and January 2013 and fall within a limited range of serial numbers. To see if your phone is eligible, go to apple.com.
Surf's up along the California coastline as Hurricane Marie makes its way through the Pacific Ocean. South-facing beaches, including those along the Palos Verdes Peninsula, are expected to see waves as high as 10 to 15 feet. Other places like Newport Beach anticipated anywhere up to 30-foot waves. Due to the current conditions, waves that are relatively small could still have the potential to generate strong rip currents that would pull swimmers far out to sea. The National Weather Service warned swimmers and surfers if they're going into the water this week to swim near a lifeguard tower, and if you're not completely comfortable in those conditions, to not go out at all. Hurricane Marie was located hundreds of miles off Cabo San Lucas and even escalated to an intense Category 5. This is the largest storm in the East Pacific Ocean since 2010.
Torrance seniors will soon get free access to faster internet service thanks to the city's efforts in keeping its residents connected. Beginning Tuesday, September 2nd, the Bartlett Senior Center, located on Cravens Avenue in downtown Torrance, will provide visitors with free Wi-Fi. They're open daily and provide a full range of programs and services for older adults. Activities include special interest classes, weekday hot lunches for a nominal fee, exercise and dance classes, card playing, shuffleboard, billiards, singing groups, and more. Call 310-320-5918 for more information.
With kids heading back to school in a few days, one local business is doing their part to make sure no one misses out on the back-to-school experience. Scott Robinson Honda, located on Hawthorne and Del Amo Boulevard, is hosting a collection drive at their dealership through Labor Day. The dealership invites the community to join in and drop off school supplies such as paper, binders, pocket folders, backpacks, rulers, pencils, or any other helpful items at their nearest Honda dealer, including Scott Robinson in Torrance. This back-to-school supply drive will help students in more than 50 deserving schools.
More than 3,000 miles away, Torrance's very own Louis Zamperini got a tribute fit for a true hero. A Western New York community where Zamperini was born honored their hometown hero with the installation of a granite monument. Born in 1917 in the city of Olean, the town located 60 miles southeast of Buffalo unveiled the memorial located in Olean's War Veterans Park. The 7-foot-tall black granite monument weighs about 5,000 pounds and features images of Zamperini during his Olympic and wartime years, along with a 300-word story about his life. Zamperini's family moved from New York to Torrance when he was only 2 years old. Well, still ahead, a new gym opens in Torrance offering every amenity imaginable. We'll take you there.
Plus, Torrance's synchronized swimmers rock out at the plunge.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
A new business just opened their doors in Torrance, boosting not only the local economy, but also the health and wellness of the community. Planet Fitness, located on Hawthorne Boulevard, hosted an official ribbon-cutting ceremony recently. Elected officials, along with members of the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, were on hand to show their support. And in return, the owners presented a check for $500 made out to the American Cancer Society for the City of Torrance and their Relay for Life event.
We're super excited. This is going to really help the cancer patients in our community. We provide free patient services like rides for their treatment, free wigs for women that lose their hair. Participants can participate in groups, like therapy groups and that type of thing.
And with convenience usually at the top of the list for customers looking for a gym that fits their schedule and personal needs, this facility is open 24 hours, 7 days a week, and features fitness classes, a tanning room, a hydro massage area, red light therapy, among other amenities. The Planet Fitness franchise currently has 800 locations nationwide and plans to open up to 1,000 by early next year. The gym is running a special to join for only $1 down and $10 a month. This offer is good until September 12th. For more details on membership and services, go to planetfitness.com.
Swimmers in Sync entertained the crowds at a recent rock and roll inspired show. Talented swimmers of the city's youth aquatics program put on an amazing synchronized swimming show called Rockocade. All of the numbers were choreographed to rock classics, with an opening number performed to the hit song I Love Rock and Roll. The fun-filled event featured group and solo performances, and at one point during the show, the lifeguards even got the chance to dive in for some synchronized fun. This is the first year that Aquacade had a rock theme to it. The first synchronized swimming show took place in 1956, the year the Bensett Plunge opened to the public.
Teen Vogue and Del Amo Fashion Center teamed up to showcase the ABCs of style for fall trends. Amy Polpe Boone was at the mall for all the fun.
Many of these back-to-school students stood in line since 8 a.m. this morning in order to see the Del Amo Teen Vogue fashion show and to also see the British boy band Rixton. Models promenaded down the runway in bright colors, looking glam in fall jackets, dresses in floral patterns, polka dots, and knee-high flat boots.
We see everything from different geometric shapes, fun color patterns, pinks, purples, reds, even some fluorescents.
Attendees were treated with a swag bag, which included an exclusive style guide, a green tea face scrub, cleansing facial wipes, and perfume. This fashionista got her swag bag and is looking forward to trying something new.
I saw a lot of red. I don't wear that much red, so red and brown, kind of like neutral colors, but with a pop of red.
Rixton has already sold more than 1 million albums worldwide and has almost 20 million YouTube hits for their hit single, Me and My Broken Heart. Well, they sang their hearts out at this outdoor concert and even took the time to take pictures with fans.
All right, we got a few left, we're dancing.
This fashion show was all about fun and at the same time introducing you to do something new to your wardrobe and how to do it.
The style guide features different fashions and trends for the back-to-school season. So it just gives great ideas and shows the places to shop and where to buy those fall fashion trends.
I'm Amy Polpe Boone, reporting for CitiCABLE.
Thanks, Amy. If you've missed this event but want a closer look at the fall fashion trends that hit the runway, go to simon.com.
With summer nearing an end, the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce wanted to have one last event to bring the community together. Crystal Garcia was at the recent Endless Summer Mixer and tells us all about it.
The first annual Endless Summer Mixer and Open House hosted by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce had a vibe unlike any other city event.
A lot of the chamber events are in hotels or closed meeting spaces. So when you get everybody out in the open, it just creates a whole different atmosphere for fun.
The relaxing atmosphere made it easy for local residents and business professionals like Denise Shiazawa to share their skills with one another.
I have my own website design company, and so all these folks here are potential clients for me.
At the Endless Summer event, about 400 community members were able to mingle with local businesses to make possible connections. 40 different business and restaurant staples in Torrance, as well as members of the local police and fire departments, came out to meet the community they serve.
We just celebrated our 100th anniversary, so we have a great history in the city. The businesses and the citizens in the city treat us very well, and we like to reciprocate.
It gives us an opportunity to meet people in a social setting.
The event was the perfect platform for business owners like Shiazawa to find the tools needed to continue making her business a success.
Business development group over there, and I've got connected with them, and they said that they would help me understand who the new business owners are through the business licensing process. That's really a fantastic thing.
Learning about all the resources in the city is what the Endless Summer Mixer is all about. Everyone helping each other and keeping the community thriving. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Crystal Garcia.
Thanks, Crystal. At the event, businesses were able to sign up for the Business Watch program offered by the Torrance Police Department. Just another way to help protect and serve the community. To learn more about the program, go to torranceca.gov.
The Torrance Police Department is asking for the public's help in identifying a man who broke into a local pawn shop recently. On Friday, August 15th at 10:30 a.m., the suspect broke an exterior display window at Big Store Pawn Shop located in downtown Torrance on Cabrillo Avenue and stole roughly $27,000 worth of jewelry. Now, the suspect was seen wearing a California all-diamond black T-shirt, dark pants, and dark shoes. He's between 5'9" and 6 feet tall with a thin build. Now, what was unusual about this robbery was that it happened during broad daylight. Anyone with information on the robbery is asked to call Torrance detectives at 310-618-5581. The Torrance Police Department conducted a DUI and driver's license checkpoint recently, and over the course of the 7-hour stint, 1,687 cars went through the checkpoint, 1,521 cars were screened, and 55 vehicles were pulled from the line, which resulted in 8 DUIs and 16 misdemeanor citations. The checkpoint took place on Torrance Boulevard just east of Prospect Avenue. According to the National Highway Traffic Administration, checkpoints have provided the most effective documented results of any of the DUI enforcement strategies.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that roughly 1 out of 6 Americans will get sick from foodborne illnesses. Now, with the summer coming to an end soon, many will plan those last barbecues and potluck gatherings. So we invited registered dietitian and spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, Vandana Chef, to talk to us about how to properly handle your food, especially during these warm summer days. Vandana, welcome. You have brought so many beautiful things here. Tell us about really how to stay safe and keep your guests from getting sick when they come to that last, summer barbecue or potluck.
I'd love to, Jen. So let's start with the barbecue grill, actually. First, it's important to make sure the grill is cleaned thoroughly with hot, soapy water. You want to wash your hands with soap and water before, during, and after food preparation. You also want to make sure you separate your raw meats, poultry, seafood from your cooked foods. And it's a good idea to have different cutting boards. Interestingly, there was a survey by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and they found that 77% of Americans actually use different color cutting boards, something like this. This is really handy. Also, you want to make sure if you're marinating your meats, make sure it's marinated in the refrigerator, not on the counter. Bacteria can multiply. If you're going to be using that marinade, make sure it's actually boiled. Don't use the raw meat marinade on the cooked foods. You can again cross-contaminate. When you're cooking, use a cooking thermometer. It's easy, it's a predictable way of making sure your food is actually cooked to the right temperature. That survey found that only 23% of Americans used a food thermometer. It's so easy. You can find something like this.
I'm guilty of it myself. I don't remember the last time, unless I cook a turkey.
Right.
I never stick it into my hot dog or hamburger. And
It is so
you just kind of
easy.
assume it's cooked when it's brown, but it's not always.
Just don't go by the color or the texture, okay? You need to use a cooking thermometer. And if you want more tips on food safety, a great new app is called Is My Food Safe? It's a free app. You can get it online. You can also visit the website homefoodsafety.org to get more information. And finally, when you're having food, make sure you're serving it for no more than an hour if it's over 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside, because it's not going to be safe anymore. Maybe have food in shifts. Have a batch that's served for 1 hour and then switch it out. If it's cold, it needs to be placed on some ice.
Okay.
And
then you can also, is it safe to reheat the food if you put it back in the fridge and now you need to take that second shift of food out?
Right. You absolutely can, but just make sure, again, you use that food thermometer. That internal temperature needs to be 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
And I see that you brought some of my favorite produce here, and these are from the Torrance Farmers Market. And tell us, these are sort of the last of the summer season fruits and vegetables?
Exactly. So, we often think of our gatherings as just something where we have, hot dogs or hamburgers, but there's so many more things we can add, nutritionally speaking. So my favorite is figs. So right here, figs are phenomenal. They are sweet, they are juicy, delicious, loaded with fiber. They have calcium, vitamin K, iron, so many nutrients. You can enjoy them as they are or add some blue cheese, and it makes a delicious appetizer. You have watermelon right here, and they're so good right now. It's about 90% water, and so it's a great tasting, hydrating fuel. It's also
so even though these are high in sugar, it's sort of a good sugar.
Absolutely. They have fiber, and they're satisfying and flavorful. Corn has a couple nutrients called xanthan and lutein and zeaxanthin, and those actually protect your eyes from macular degeneration. They have fiber. They're so good right now.
So what would be your suggestion to introduce people to something like figs, aren't your everyday fruit that you'd find?
Right.
How do you introduce that to your kids or even to your spouse?
An easy way to do it is actually to visit the farmer's market because they have samples right there, and it's fun for children to actually walk through the farmer's market, pick a new fruit that they've never tried, cut it up, look at how it looks, and have them see you eat and enjoy it, though, because you're a great role model for them.
Now I see moving along, we've got some staple breakfast food items, and especially with kids going back to school, I see you've brought some of my kids' favorites, but tell me, what are the key ingredients that you need so that kids are fueled and they're ready to power through the day?
Sure. So unfortunately, my kids are back at school this week, and so it's always a struggle getting them out the door. And one of the biggest obstacles when we hear about kids skipping breakfast or parents skipping breakfast is lack of time. So I have 3 simple strategies. Number 1 is you want to make sure you plan or prepare ahead of time. So if you know you're planning to serve cereal, so the night before, go ahead and set your placemat. Have your bowl, spoon ready to go. So it's no excuse. Just the kids can pour cereal and milk. It's an easy breakfast to go. Another option is remember that food doesn't have to be complicated for it to be nutritious. So it can be something as simple as cereal and milk with some fruit. It could be oatmeal and add some different toppings. You could add some nuts, some cinnamon, some apples, make it flavorful. The third reason often people don't eat breakfast is, again, they don't have time to sit down and eat. Well, make it portable, make it easy, ready to go breakfast options. So for example, right here, I have a yogurt parfait. It's got some non-fat Greek yogurt, some fruit from the season, and some low-fat granola. It's delicious, easy to take in the car. You can also make yourself a smoothie. So again, add all the fruit that you want, some protein, some yogurt, or non-fat milk, or any dairy alternative, and you have a ready-to-go option.
And I find that I can sneak in, like on my blender, I can sneak in some spinach.
Exactly.
And my kids never taste it.
Exactly.
And so a little bit of, greens
Veggies going in there.
Yes.
Right. And right here, you can have some toast with either nut butter, or you could use sunflower seed butter. Easy, portable. You could have some fruit with that, or even top it up, make it into a happy face, make it fun.
And that's for the good fat.
Exactly. It's heart healthy. It's good for you. And you could also, of course, make yourself an egg sandwich. Look for whole grain when possible when it comes to breads and buns. That way you get more fiber.
And I know with back to school, it's a little bit daunting for me trying to figure out what am I going to pack my girls for lunch so that it's something new and exciting and they'll want to eat it when they open their lunchbox. What healthy tips do you have for quick, easy, healthy snacks and lunchbox, food-friendly items?
Sure. So again, keep it simple. It can be some whole grain crackers with cheese. It can be some fruit with nuts. It could be a yogurt with some fruit in there. It doesn't have to be a sandwich every single time. So be creative, have them involved in the process. And just so you know, August is Kids Eat Right month. And so if people want more information, they can go to kidseatright.org to get more recipes and ideas.
Thanks so much, Vandana, for coming by our studio. We always love having you here to share your wealth of food knowledge and educating us on nutrition. And for all of you at home, if you'd like any of these tips or recipes, email us at thisweek@torranceca.gov. Now, still ahead, we've got some great events to tell you about in just 60 seconds, so don't go anywhere.
Changing the old motor oil and filter helps keep your car running right. Making sure to recycle your used motor oil and filter helps keep the environment running right too. Finish the job. RecycleTorrance.org. If you dump trash and chemicals in the gutter, they don't stay there. Keep the ocean clean by keeping the gutter and storm drains clean. RecycleTorrance.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Welcome back, everybody. Parents, if you're wondering where you can get after-school childcare during the school year, then you might want to check out what the school district has to offer. The After-School Club program is geared towards youth in elementary and middle schools. This recreation program is designed to promote self-esteem through group interaction and self-expression. The program offers games, sports, music, group discussions, guest speakers, and a wide variety of activities. Structured time is set aside for homework each day. You can register online at torranceca.gov/afterschool. The After School Club runs September 4th through June 18th. Then on Saturday, September 6th, for just one day only, trade in your old gas-powered lawnmower and upgrade to a high-power electric mower for a fraction of the cost. Co-hosted by the South Coast Air Quality and Management District and the City of Los Angeles. On Saturday, September 6th, those who've pre-registered can head on over to 3011 Minor Street in San Pedro to drop off and pick up your new lawnmower. Now, in order to participate, you must register ahead of time at aqmd.gov or by calling 1-888-425-6247. The Ice Bucket Challenge, raising millions of dollars and bringing worldwide awareness to ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, has brought in more than $88 million thanks to the social media campaign. And Torrance resident Delilah McClellan, who is a senior at South High School, shared her Ice Bucket Challenge with us, dedicating it to someone very dear to us here at CitiCABLE.
I'm Delilah, and I'm doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge in honor for a man that I've known for a long time named Renard Ricks, who is currently suffering from ALS, and this is to raise awareness for the disease and for him. So, there you go. Donate to ALS.
The nonprofit ALS Association collected just $2.6 million this year. This time last year, compared to the shocking numbers raised just in the last month alone. Officials with the organization were said to be awestruck by the outpouring of generosity and hopes to share how the funds will be used to help those living with the disease and those yet to be diagnosed. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do so at alsa.org/donate. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to tune in on Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m. for CitiCable's newest show, Newsbreak Live. We'll see you next time.